Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth and rule well. And I want to say Shalom to you Akim and Akwath out there pursuing this truth diligently. Coming at you once again with another lesson. Alright, today we got another installment of Babylon News. Alright, is what I've been calling it. And what that is, alright, if this is your first time tuning in on one of those, it's basically it's straightforward. It's just instead of my normal formula where I focus on one topic or one article, alright, this one combines several articles into one. Alright, these are usually longer videos, alright, but I'll just go through the spirit and see where it takes us. Today we're going about three. I think we got about 3 topics. Technically 2 and then 1 continuation. Alright. So this is from GA Gadget, I believe. However you want to pronounce that. GA Gadget. Alright. It says Northrop Grumman received $3.29 billion to develop a missile defense system that could protect the entire U.S. territory from ballistic missiles. All right, and right off the bat from this, the word usage, all right, or the title, all right, of this article, you should be able to spot something, all right, that could protect the entire U.S. territory from ballistic missiles. All right, so this is very much implying that the U.S., all right, definitely has some sort of fear, right? So, for example, if I wasn't afraid of bears, all right, I wouldn't walk out in the woods with bear mace, all right. But if you have bear mace, you're more than likely afraid that you might come encounter with a bear, all right. So this is proof that the United States definitely knows something's going on, all right, and that at some point there's going to be a strike on them, all right, an attack on America, all right, Babylon the Great. Now, so-called, they said that they used to have one of these systems. All right, I was looking for a best word to use there. They used to say they had one of these systems. I believe it was called the Star Wars system. See if I can find anything about that. Let me just. Here it is. 1980. Oh, it was proposed. All right, they were making it they're making it seem like this was already a thing that had been in effect. All right, and I was actually reading the article. Not this article. I was actually reading the post because this was linked on Reddit. All right, and a lot of people were saying as well that they thought that there was already one of these systems in place. All right, because this Strategic Defense Initiative, all right, or they call it the Star Wars system, I believe. Star Wars program, all right, was basically let on to be that a lot of people already believe this was in effect. All right, so it says the Strategic Defense Initiative, derisively nicknamed the Star Wars system, was a proposed missile defense system intended to protect the United States from an attack by ballistic strategic nuclear weapons. All right, ICBMs, all right, intercontinental ballistic missiles. All right, sound familiar? And submarine-launched ballistic missiles. All right. Concept was announced in 1983 by President Ronald Reagan. All right, and we're gonna just cut off there because it's no point. All right, we're getting on. That was proposed apparently. All right, but now this is the situation that's really at hand. This is what they apparently have now. All right, now will it work? Hell no. This isn't gonna do a damn bit of good. All right, so again, Northrop Grumman received $3.29 billion to develop a missile defense system that could protect the entire U.S. territory from ballistic missiles. And let's see who this is. All right, is it a company? I believe it would be. All right, it's an aerospace and defense company. All right, it says defense company. Let's read it. U.S. company Northrop Grumman has been awarded a $3.29 billion weapon contract. What we know, the term of the contract with Missile Defense Agency is 5 years. All right, so they're working with them for 5 years apparently. As part of the agreement, the defense contractor will supply a ground-based missile defense system to destroy Slovakia ballistic missiles in the mid-course. All right, so basically blast them out of the sky. It is noted that GMD is the only deployed system that can protect the entire territory of the United States from long-range ballistic missiles. Presently, the interceptors are located in California and Alaska. All right, so why are they so worried about this? All right, why is it just now imperative that a situation like this be a system like this be put in place? All right, why are they dumping $3.29 billion to develop a missile defense system? All right, that can so-called protect the entire U.S. All right, from these ICBMs. All right, these ballistic missiles of multiple varieties and sorts and flavors. All right. And because these people are scared, all right, notably, all Edomites, all right, but these American Edomites, all right, are terrified, all right, and we know it's prophecy. We know that we've had the knowledge given to us by Yahweh Shem Yahushai, all right, that we know what's going to happen in these end days, all right. It's prophesied directly in the Bible, but these Edomites, all right, now they know. But in reality, they think they're going to be able to fight or, have some way to get around it, all right, so they can survive and get through it, all right? We have some scriptures dealing with that. And, I wouldn't be surprised if, on top of that, this system, all right, this missile defense system is not only used to protect because they know, they, being the Edomites in America, know that their asses are going to get whooped, all right, by the Russians and these other nations, all right, as well as the nations that they're so-called sided with. I wouldn't be surprised if they think this is going to so-called be able to deflect the stuff that the chariots are dropping on them, all right, lasers, all right, and so have it, all right. I wouldn't be surprised if that's another reason that they're using this for, all right. They're obviously not going to tell you that, but yeah, so this is a short little article. It's not what's this? Let's see, nothing that we want to touch on, but yeah, just a short little thing, all right. But this is just letting you know that there is a system being developed, all right. That could be established already, all right. Who knows? It's saying it's developed. That could protect the entire U.S. territory from ballistic missiles. And is that going to happen? No. Could they build it? Yeah, they could build it. Is it going to work? Hell no. It's not going to work. No. So there's that. All right. So I want to grab a couple scriptures. All right. And when you hear these type of things and you see these type of things and these developments and you hear about, just look at this whole page. All right. Let's see what we got. We got talking about a system that can protect the U.S. from missiles. Down here it says talking about Ukrainian drones. All right. Spectacular video of $36 million launch of 24 missiles from 4 HIMARS. Multiple rocket launchers have been published. Russian soldiers so active hiding from HIMARS. Let's see, Ukrainian armed forces. Let's see, one thing about iPhones. Ukrainian Air Force denied information about training F-15 and F-16 pilots in the U.S. I bet we have more stuff about the war. Stuff about games. More war. War. Games. War. Hey, is this not? Alright, no, that's not war. Alright, Slovakia. We got games. Phones. War. Alright, so war. More than half these articles are about war. War. Let's see, what else do we got? More war. Bet below this we got more war. Yep, war. Alright, see, so why are we saying this? Why am I mentioning all these things that go into war? Because it's gonna segue into the scripture perfectly. All right, this is Matthew 24:6 through 24:8, and you got to use these things. There's scriptures within the Bible. All right, really the whole Bible. All right, is telling you what's gonna happen and what's to come. All right, so when you're seeing these things, all right, you're seeing wars and you're seeing earthquakes and you're seeing people going crazy and people shooting each other up and robbing each other and hacking each other up and all these crazy things, all right, that aren't necessarily normal, that you would consider normal things, all right. You got to put into place and think for a minute in your mind, why is that happening, all right, or what's going on, all right. You got to I'm drawing a blank. You got to Come on now. Well, we're moving on, all right? Not going to have a whole bunch of dead air time, all right? Lord willing. This is Matthew 24 and 6 through 24 and 8. We're just going to go ahead and read it. It says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars." And it's like I'm going to interject, discern, all right? You should be able to discern the signs of the times, all right? And we'll actually grab that real quick because I don't have that one brought up. I'm just going to look it up. Because I guarantee if I looked it up through this little search, it ain't going to come up. On Blue Letter it does, but I'm not a big fan of Blue Letter's interface. They have some wonderful information if you're trying to get deeper into the scriptures, all right, and like the concordances, all right, and the Strongs. But for regular reading, it's just I'm not a big fan of how they have the site set up. All right, personal preference. All right, here is. All right, yeah, this is it. All right, making sure. All right, we're gonna read this one first. All right, because it's gonna segue from our segue perfectly into segueing into this one. All right, so as we were talking about, you're seeing wars. All right, and you're seeing terrible things going down. All right, this is Matthew 16 and 3. "And in the morning it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but can ye not discern the signs of the time?" All right, so is this the right one? I feel like there's one similar to this, but just it's lucky. This gets the job done. All right, this is a wonderful scripture, and it works. All right, because it describes perfectly. All right, in the morning it will be foul weather today, and the sky is red and lowering. All right, so if you look outside, I'm just going to use an example. All right, if you look outside and you see a bunch of storm clouds, and if you're in the right mind, all right, you're going to say, hey, it's probably going to storm or it might rain. All right, or you're at least going to get a few sprinkles. All right, now it says, "Oh, you hypocrites, you can discern the face of the sky, but can you not discern the signs of the time?" All right, so what does this mean? It says you can look outside, all right, and tell, all right, that a storm cloud, it's most likely going to storm. But when you're seeing these wars and rumors of wars, and you're seeing these all this wickedness, all right, and this abomination, all right, between these alphabet soup crews and the whole Roe v. Wade argument case that shouldn't even be an argument, all right, and all these people wanting to do wickedness and claim that it's righteousness, all right, and you're seeing all these things and wars, rumors of wars, all right, earthquakes, all right, disasters, all right, bombings, all right, people going crazy and losing their shit, so to speak, all right. You can see that storm cloud outside. Or you can see that gray cloud outside. It's mostly going to rain, but you see all these people doing this wickedness, all right, and you're hearing all these wars and these rumors of wars, and you're seeing earthquakes and so-called natural disasters, all right, and all these other things, and you think that everything's fine. No, we're fine. Everything's fine, all right. So you think that everything's fine, all right, or that the Most High is not going to come back, all right, but you're sorely mistaken, all right, and this perfectly segues, all right, into Wadi Halbah Shem Yahushai for let me remember what I was trying to say for the to get the discern the signs of the time. All right, because I didn't originally have that scripture. All right, I should have, but again, the Wadi Halbah Shem Yahushai for that. So segueing into it, Matthew 24 and 6 to 24 and 8. All right, so you people out there. "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." All right, so the end is not, right now, at this current time, all right? But it says, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom," all right, which we're seeing, all right? "And there shall be famines," which we're seeing, "and pestilences," which we're seeing, "and earthquakes," which we're seeing, all right, in diverse places, which we're seeing, all right? It's been a while since I've done it, so let's go ahead and do it. Earthquake map. Spent the whatever, it'll autocorrect it. All right, let's see what we got. All right, so this is just today. All right, the past day. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, actually, 9, 10. All right, so that's it's 10 just in the United States. And you know what's funny? Look at Canada. We got nothing in Canada. We got but it's not just America. You know, down in here. Well, not just the United States. All right, but you got some in Cuba, Peru. All right, border in Bolivia. Of course, over here you got over by Turkey. All right, Iraq. Let's see what else we have. Over in the Asias. All right, right off here, the border of Thailand. All right, Cambodia. Down here, I'm not sure what this is. I'm guessing this is part of Malaysia. All right, you got some in the Philippines, Papua New Guinea, of course Japan, and we got of course it's cycling back. All right, so that's not too many. That's really not too many. Yeah, but this isn't normal. All right, if you look at this is normal. You got one right out in the middle of the ocean too, right smack dead in the middle almost too. Yeah, so. This isn't a normal thing to have earthquakes all the time, all right? You've been accustomed and conditioned to think that it is, but this isn't a normal thing at all, all right? Back in history, all right, if you would have gone back, this wasn't happening like this. All right? This isn't a thing. All right? Well, they're just small earthquakes. It doesn't matter how big or small they are, all right? The fact is that there are earthquakes in diverse places. All right? That's what matters. It doesn't say there's big or small earthquakes, or they're going to be really tiny, or they're going to be really big, and they're going to level things. It said earthquakes in diverse places. And what are we seeing? Earthquakes in diverse places. It's simple, all right? Straight to the point. Boom, got it. You shouldn't have to wrap your mind about that. If you do, just get out of here, all right? For nation shall rise against nation, all right? You can't go up against that one. You can't combat that one, all right? What are we seeing? We're seeing Russia against the Ukraine, and the United States having issues with Ukraine, the United States having issues with China, the United States having issues with North Korea, all right? North Korea having issues with, so on and so forth. China having problems with China, all right? Their own places, all right, that have separated, all right? Just as and that's a controversial topic. Just as the Ukraine was once a province of Russia, all right? Taiwan, all right, was once a province of China, all right? And if you can't get offended and go crazy over that and try to, take a video down over it, it's proof if you look at old maps, all right? So, for nation shall rise against nation, we're seeing that. Kingdom against kingdom, we're seeing that. There shall be famines, we're seeing that on a smaller scale, all right? It's going to get way worse. And pestilences, all right, we're seeing that again on a low scale. And you might think, low scale, it's terrible out here. That's compared to what's coming, all right, this is a low scale. Earthquakes in diverse places, all right, and what does it say? All these are the beginning of sorrows, all right? And then it goes into Jacob's trouble. And then they shall deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you. You shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then many shall be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another, and many false prophets shall rise and deceive many, all right? And we're already seeing these false prophets rising. All right, so it's going into Jacob's trouble, and the time's coming. As you can see, this is the things that are coming, all right? What does it say? It says, all right, all these are the beginning of sorrows, all right? It says, be not troubled, all right, if you're in this truth, if you're of Israel, all right? Now, these heathen nations, yeah, they're troubled, and they have all the reason to be troubled, all right? Because these people, they don't have any Savior, all right? We, in this truth, all right, have our Savior, Yahushua. All right, Lord willing that we're of the elect. All right, that's why we call ourselves the hopeful elect. We're hopeful, all right, that we are part of the elect. Can we be sure? No, but we're hopeful. All right, but these nations, they don't have anybody to save them. All right, what they have to save them, and it won't work. All right, is their guns, their money, and their wickedness. All right, that's the only things that they have. All right, and it's not going to save them. All right. Now, this whole situation with the Ukraine against Russia, and then eventually America is going to be roped into this. All right, what is this? Isaiah 19:2, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. All right, so these people are, the Egyptians against the Egyptians. All right, now if you go to spiritual Egypt. All right, here it is. Revelation 11:8. and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, speaking of Babylon the Great, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. All right? So, spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. All right? Why? Because the same situations are going on, all right, in Babylon the Great that were going on in Sodom and Egypt. All right? We already know what was going on in Sodom, all right, with the sodomy that was taking place. All right? Egypt, the same thing, a bunch of wickedness. All right? And we know the plagues that came upon Egypt. All right? And our people were delivered out from Egypt, all right, and how we were being treated in Egypt, and how we're being treated currently, all right, in Babylon the Great, all right, America, all right, so called, all right, to cover up, they want to cover up the name, all right, America. So, United States, all right, specifically. But back on the topic, Egyptians against the Egyptians, all right, these people are all the same, all right, they just split off, all right, they all go back to Esau, Edom. All right, you got the Russians, they're Edomites. All right, the Ukrainians, which are basically Russians, so they're Edomites. Germans, which are Edomites. All right, the Babylonians, which are, you know, the leaders at least, are Edomites. All right, now you're gonna have Israelites scattered in these nations as well. All right, most notably Babylon, a large chunk of Israel is here. All right, but speaking of rulers, all right, they're Edomites. All right, the Egyptians against the Egyptians. All right, mostly you're seeing that with Russia and the United States. All right, because we're not going to get into China and all that, because that's different. All right, those are Moabites. All right, but I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. All right, and this is also speaking of NATO and the EU. All right, a bunch of Edomite nations. All right, that are going to fight against each other as well. All right, because right now they're partnered. But as we have a scripture we're going to get into, those actually right here, those nations are going to turn on Babylon the Great. All right, they're sick of Babylon already. All right, they're done with them. All right, because they're basically in Babylon's eyes, those nations, those people are just shit to them. All right, they're just Babylon is a leech. All right, they're leeching what they can out of those nations. All right, and those other nations, all right, as we get closer and closer to the end, Yahweh Shem Yahushai is turning their mind against their own people. All right, they're getting fed up. All right, of how Babylon has been treating them. All right, and they're gonna turn on them. All right, this is yeah. See, we got Revelation 11. All right, so now, yeah, we're actually on to the one I was talking about. All right, so let's read this one once again. Isaiah 19:2, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother and every one against his neighbor, city against city, kingdom against kingdom. All right, and we are seeing that a little. All right, now when we get in the end, we're really gonna see it. All right, we're really going to see, because when this war with Russia pops off, all right, and if you can't already see that, I don't know what to tell you, all right, because it's painfully evident, all right. You got United States building missile interceptions, missile interception devices, all right. And who do you think they're scared of? Iran? No. Are they scared of let's grab another one that I want to be Turkey? No. Are they scared of Cambodia? No. Vietnam? No. Who are they scared of right now? China, North Korea, notably Russia. All right, Russia being the big one. All right, because Russia ain't messing around. They got that Satan II missile, Sarmat. Ain't no joke. All right. That's why they're building these things. It's just coincidental that after Russia's saying, "Oh, we got these, we're going to blow you away, Americans." They're saying things like this, all right, little hints, all right, because you know Putin's crazy, all right. The Most High's got a spirit on him where he's making him crazy, all right, because he's gonna launch, man. These people, he'd never launch these nukes. He know it would be the end of the world. The Most High has a spirit on him, all right, and he's gonna put spirits on these other nations. They're not gonna care. Well, they're gonna blow up the world. That wouldn't be in their best interest. Nothing that's going to happen is going to be in these Edomites' best interest. All right, the cycle, all right, that's happening. All right, the story, all right, the script that's being read, all right, and created and has been created by Yahweh Shem Yahushai isn't in the Edomites' best interest. They were never the stars. All right, they're the I was watching the Apostles street ministry today. All right, and it was said I believe that they come on, words, get out my head. They had they compared a comparison Simple word, couldn't get it out. All right, they had a comparison where they were speaking of, the script. All right, this is the Most High's script, and it was said that let me see, the protagonist and antagonist. Okay, so Jacob, all right, is the protagonist. All right, with Esau being the antagonist. All right, so if you go and you look up, and we'll grab that real quick. All right, let's look up protagonist. All right, protagonist. A protagonist is the main character of the story. The protagonist makes key decisions that affect the plot, primarily influencing the story and propelling it forward. It is often the character that faces the most significant obstacles. All right. Now, what is the let's see, the title role? All right, the leading role, the star. There, boom, right there. Jacob's the star of this script. All right. and Yahweh Shem Yahushai is the director. All right, he's orchestrating it all. All right. Now, what's the antagonist? Antagonist. All right, and look, we got a picture of Scar instantly. Boom, comes up. Antagonist. An antagonist is the character in a story who is presented as the chief foe of the protagonist. So the enemy of the protagonist. If you look up antagonist, you're going to see the Joker, all right, Scar, Darth Vader, all right. In this case, you got the dragon versus the knight, all right. I don't know, villain that looks like a small hatter. Can't remember his name. What else do we got? Not showing us much more. Alright, but they're basically, here we go. I can't name half of these. Alright, you got Cheshire Cat. And I don't know who any of these other ones are. Is this from the Jungle Book? Or that one, I believe that's from the Jungle Book. All right. A lot of these movies are too new. I don't know any of that. I think that's Elsa. Someone. I don't know. I know they're from Frozen. That's about it. But anyway, that's not the point of this. I try to get a better example, but I don't know any of those damn characters. All right. Joker and Scar. Everybody's seen Lion King for the most part. All right. So again, person who actively opposes or is hostile to someone or something, an adversary, all right, an opponent, an enemy, a foe, a nemesis, all right, opposition, all right. You Jakes know all about ops, all right. That's what Esau is, all right. They're an opposition, all right. They're an enemy, all right. Adversary, opponent, foe, all right. The evil, the wicked, boom, all right. So Jacob's winning this one. All right, simple. All right, and so I wanted to touch on this, all right, as well, because we're talking about Egyptians against the Egyptians, all right, and talking about how these nations are going to rise against each other. All right, this is Revelation 17 and 16, and it reads, all right, and I'll explain it. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. All right, so we got a couple of peak terms here. We got 10 horns, all right, the beast, all right, the whore, all right. So what are these speaking of? All right, and there was a breakdown by Apostle Ramalab, all right, the other day. I can't remember. If you want to see it, let me see if I can go to I don't know why I did this here. If I go to, here it is. There's man, I'm not sure which one it was. It might have been was it this one? Let me see. It's one of these. Let's see, is it this one? I don't think it was that one either. Slocky, man, it's gonna drive me nuts. It's one of them. I want to say it's this one. I don't want to move my place. So 3422.
Israel, alienated from them.
I don't think it was this one either. Yeah, that's gonna drive me crazy. You know, was it Apostle Gabar? I don't think it was Apostle Gabar. That's gonna drive me nuts. All right, but one of these, you know, it might have not been a recent one. I might have went back and watched it a while ago. All right, but it was he had a wonderful breakdown. All right, dealing on all of this. All right, but it's lucky. I was gonna try to, you know, link the video or something, or shout the video out so you can go and watch it. I can't remember what it was named now, unfortunately. All right. So anyway, all right. I'm gonna break this down. Revelation 17 and 16 and the 10 horns. All right. So the 10 horns. All right. So this is a picture. All right, that's made. All right, and you see it a lot at camps. All right, as you see, it's GMS. All right, a GMS original. All right. The beast with 7 heads and 10 horns is NATO. All right. Now you're gonna see here. Now it doesn't mention the 7 horns or the 7 heads, Slovakia, but the 7 heads is speaking of Germania Major, the Romans, the French, the Spanish, the Germania Minor, the British, and the Greeks. All right. Now, why is it mentioning these nations? Because these are the Edomite nations. All right. That, you know, spread out, and now you know, the originals at least. All right. Now they've spread over and they've taken over places. All right. But these are who they go back to. These are the main ones. All right. These are the main ones you're seeing. These are Edomite nations. All right. So this is the 7 heads. All right. This is the beast. All right. Now, who do you have sitting on top controlling all of these nations? All right. The great whore, which is America. All right. Babylon the Great. All right. So, all right. So, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast. All right. So, upon the beast, the 10 horns. Who are the 10 horns? All right. It says right here. The 10 horns represent the common market for the European Economic Community, the EEC, established in 1958. Today, the EEC is known as the EU, the European Union. All right, and the same lesson by Apostle Romuald was speaking of when the EU was formed. All right, originally, all right, only 6 nations were signed on. All right, I believe. All right, forgive me if I'm correct. I have six nations were signed on. All right, but and I believe it was in 1958. I think it was in 1958. All right, there was they put down 10 flags. All right, even though there was only 6. All right, in on them at the time being. All right, and I have notes about it. Let me you know what? Let's see. These ones right here. Here it was. Alright, and these were taken basically word for word from what he's saying. Alright, the EU was established, alright, by the Club of Rome in 1957, but they didn't get their charter until January 1st, 1958, when they came into power, alright, and right here, 1958. Alright, it says when they came into power, there were 6 countries, alright, 6 heads, alright, and then over the years, more were added. In 1959, they established their headquarters in Brussels, Belgium, where they built a building in the form of the so-called Peace Cross. When they put up the flagpoles outside of there, they put down 10 flagpoles, and today there are more than 20 poles. All right, so we got that. That's why it's always great to take good notes. They came back and helped. All right, so there, even though there was only 6 signed on, all right, they put down 10 poles. Why is that? All right, prophecy. All right. Now, the 10 horns represent the common market, or the European Economic Community, established in 1958. Today, the EEC is known as the EU, the European Union, all right, the EU, as it says. All right, so, going back, and the 10 horns, the EU, all right, so remember that, the 10 horns of the EU, and the 10 horns, the EU, which thou sawest upon the beast, all right, these shall hate the whore, all right, that's controlling them all right, these shall hate the whore, all right, so these nations, all right, the EU, NATO, all right, these nations shall hate the whore, America, all right, that's basically the puppeteer, and then the puppets, all right, but it's going to switch around. But these shall hate the whore and make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. What does that mean? All right, these nations are going to turn on her. All right, but they're our allies. They're going to help us out. They'll never turn on us. They're our allies. No, they're not your allies. They're allies for now. All right, supposedly. All right, but all these nations are going to turn on you, E. All right, or Babylon. All right, because you're all E. All right, and guess what? Then the Most High is going to wipe you all out. So you're going to turn on Babylon, and then guess what? The Most High is going to get rid of all of you. Because why? Because, well, you're the wicked, and it's prophesied, and also he has no use for you. All right, you did your part. All right, you went in there, you attacked Babylon the Great, all right, which was all orchestrated through Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and you dumbass Edomites don't even know that you're being controlled. You think that you're doing all this, oh, I'm doing this on my own free will. We're wicked. No, you're not. You're being controlled, all right, by the Most High. The Most High is controlling you, all right? You don't have free will. No one has free will, all right? It's all orchestrated by the Most High. Everything that's coming out of my mouth is all orchestrated by the Most High. Now, am I saying that to be proud? No. I'm just saying anything that you're doing, anything that you're walking, that you'll wake up, anything, it's all orchestrated by the Most High, all right? If you're sitting in your seat right now watching this lesson, it was already predestinated on this hour, at this minute, at this time, that you would be sitting in that seat, or on your computer, or on your phone, or at your TV, watching this lesson, all right? Or if you're walking down the street and you spill your cup, it was already predestinated and predetermined that on that day, at that time, at that hour, you're going to be walking down that street at that exact time, with that exact outfit on, with that exact hairdo, all right, with that exact drink in your hand that you dropped, all right? Everything's already been laid out. The plot's already been written, all right? The plot's already been written. You can't change your plot, all right? We have a false sense of free will. All right, you might think, well, brother, I can reach over and grab my drink. All right, well, the Most High just put that thought in your head. Well, not just put that thought in your head. That thought was already in your head. Everything, it's too deep for you, man. It's too deep. You don't understand it. All right, calm down or your head's going to explode. All right, it's not too deep, really. It's pretty straightforward. But for you bug out people, all right, and you 2/3 out in the world, it's too deep for you to understand. All right, we're being controlled. All right. That's just how it is, all right, and that's it's all orchestrated by who? The director, all right, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, the Most High, all right. So, again, the 10 horns, EU, which thou sawest upon the beast, all right, the beast being the beast system, all right, NATO. These shall hate the whore. Who's the whore? All right, America. Revelation 17:1. Actually, I might want to grab that. No, we got it. All right, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. All right, in America, Babylon the great whore, is going to be lit up. All right, on fire. All right, smoking and smoldering, and after that all goes forth, it's going to be the dwelling place of animals. All right, because no human's going to dwell there. All right, so we got that. So, yeah, going on more with the destruction of Esau, Edom. All right, here in Micah 2:1 through 2 and 3. Woe unto them that devise iniquity, Esau, Edom. What is iniquity? Sin upon sin, and work evil upon their beds. That's what these people do. When their morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. And they covet fields. Who's Esau? You don't know who Esau is. You can't say that that's the right person. And they covet fields and take them by violence. Who's coveting fields and taking them by violence? All right. Well, well, this one, who does it in the majority? Who in the majority conquers? Who's the conqueror? Who's the colonizers? All right, who covet field and take them by violence? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Well, that's just racist. Well, not every so-called white person, all right, goes back to Esau, Edom. And this has been said multiple times, but you got to say it again, all right, because you're gonna have people that take it the wrong way. Not every so-called white person goes back to Esau, Edom. Just like not every so-called black person, all right, goes back to Israel, all right, is an Israelite, all right. You're gonna have wheat, and you're gonna have tares among the wheat, all right. And if you don't know what that's speaking of, if you look up a tare, all right, and wheat, they look identical, all right. But once they're harvested, all right, one's not right, all right. Once they're tasted, they don't have the same taste, all right. One's terrible, all right, and one's wheat, all right. You can't even use them for the same thing, all right. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and grab that, right? Yeah, here it is. All right. So the servants of the householder came and said to him, Sir, didst not thou sow good seed in thy field? From whence then hath it tares? And he said unto them, that an enemy has done this. All right. An enemy has done this. All right. So Esau has planted their seed. All right. Amongst, I don't want to say this because they can't plant their seed. They would get strategically, all right, with a so-called black woman, all right, or dark-skinned woman, not always black, all right, so-called black, all right, not always Southern Kingdom, Northern Kingdom as well, all right, so multiple shades of brown, all right. They would get with them, all right, and cover them up, all right. So an enemy has done this. The servants have said unto him, wilt thou then that we go and gather them up? All right, so can we go and just tear them up? He said, Nay, lest while ye gather the tares, ye root up the wheat with them. All right, so no, don't go out and rip these people up. All right, or you might get a couple of pieces of wheat with them. All right, we don't want to disturb the wheat. All right, so it says, boom, right here. This is the one. Let both grow together until the harvest. All right, so you're gonna have tares amongst Jake hanging out, being friends. All right, and in the time, and you probably, back in the world, you probably had one that you thought, this fucking dude ain't right. All right, something's not right about this dude. He sure don't act like the rest of us Jakes. All right, let both grow together until the harvest, and in the time of harvest, I will say to the reapers, gather ye first the tares, then bind them in bundles to burn them, but gather the wheat to my barn. All right, so you want to keep the wheat. The wheat's good, but you want to get rid of the tares. All right, so burn them. All right, so that's speaking of, as Israel's been. As Israel's been scattered abroad, all right, you're going to have Israelites that look like all the other nations, all right? You're going to have Israelites that look like, that are Asian looking, or that are Middle Eastern looking, all right, or white looking, so-called white looking, all right? So just like you're going to have Edomites that are so-called black looking, so-called Mexican looking, so-called Native American looking. All right, so you can't go off of skin color because really, just by looking at someone, you can't get much of that. You have to test them of their spirit. All right, if you start talking about Edomites and they go, yeah, well, you probably got an Edomite on your hands. All right, don't if they're going crazy, or you can also just have I don't even want to say that word because you have a Tom. All right, a Tom on your hands. All right, so. You could have that, and it just has Stockholm syndrome. And no, my best friend's an Edomite. Please, no. All right, so you can't always go off it. You can't always go off of that. All right, but more of the time, if they're lighter looking, or if they're dark sometimes, and they really start bucking up against the truth, and Esau Edom, like when you're prophesying against Esau Edom, yeah, they might just be a tear. All right, I know I've seen there's some tears on YouTube. These Republican dudes, those dudes are straight up tears. All right, talking about like black people don't have it that bad. There's no racism. Like, yeah, you guys are fucking Edomites right there. Those are two Edomites. All right, or I think it's one guy. There's another two group of brothers that are the same, just Edomites, fucking Edomites, and they covet fields. But you look at them and be like, oh, that's a Jake. But as soon as they open their mouth, they covet field and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man of his house and a man of his heritage. All right, and they oppress a man of his heritage. All right, we know amongst the other nations that you weren't allowed to. Celebrate your heritage or take place in your Israelite customs. All right, if you were caught circumcising your son, all right, you would be put to death. Or if you were caught, doing anything biblical, all right, amongst these other nations, when the Israelites were scattered abroad, these heathen nations, right, and taking part in these heathen customs, if you were caught doing Israelite customs, you'd be put to death. All right. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, against this family, Esau Edom, do I devise an evil. Who's devising an evil? The Lord. All right, Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Against this family do I devise an evil, from which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall you go haughtily, for this time is evil. All right, haughtily means proud. If you look haughty, means proud. All right, you should not go proud. All right, and the Most High is devising an evil against you. Evil. All right, brother Hawad. All right, I don't know if he came up with that. It reminds me of that. What is it? Mermaid Man, alright, from SpongeBob. Evil! Alright. I don't know if he got it from that or not, but that's what it reminds me of. Amos 1:11. Alright. So an evil has been devised against you, Esau Edom. Alright. Nothing's going to help you out. Alright. The Most High is going to come out. I'm going to help you out. No. Oh, he's devising evil against you. He ain't gonna help you. Ain't no one gonna help you. The Most High sure ain't gonna help you out. Jake ain't gonna help you out because of what you've done. All right, your own Edomites aren't gonna help you out. These other nations aren't gonna help you out because they're pissed off of what you've done for them. You're done. You're done. All right. Amos 1:11. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof. He's not gonna be. I know. I'm not gonna punish these people. All right, that's not going to happen. All right, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, who's his brother Jacob, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. So the Most High kept his wrath forever. All right, his wrath hasn't cooled down. All right, it hasn't been a very long time for the Most High. All right, our time is slower for us. All right, it's been a matter of seconds or minutes for the Most High. All right, it seems like tons and tons of time for us. You got to realize Yahushua was just freshly crucified. All right, you got to imagine, all right, how angry he's going to be with these people. All right, how angry he's going to be with these people. That is terrifying. That is a terrifying vision. All right, if you're an Edomite, all right, that is terrifying. All right, I wouldn't want no part of it. All right. I wouldn't want no part of it. So, I'm thankful I'm a Jake, all right? And you brothers and sisters should be. That's one of those things you might pass over, all right? You might not think, just wake up and think, wow, I'm a Jake. Think of how bad you could have it if you were one of these heathen nations, man. Man, it's terrifying thought, all right? Where are we going on now, all right? There was something else I wanted to grab. Was relating this. I had a scripture coming to my mind. Let me read this one more time. Maybe it'll come to me. Amos 1:11. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof. And I got it now. Because he did pursue his brother with the sword, Jacob, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. All right. So just as Esau has kept his wrath forever, the Most High has kept his wrath forever. All right. So Esau has kept his wrath because of the whole birthright thing going around and killing and slaying. All right. The Most High, he's angry. He's angry too. All right, Esau. He's angry too. All right, and guess what? Guess if you're pit up against him, guess who's gonna win? All right, him, not you. All right, and this is I had what I wanted to come to. It says he will not turn away his punishment thereof. All right, the most high. Oh man, how's it go? Not one that should lie. Let's see. This is yeah. Here it is. This is I had it. I want to grab it in Slovakia for the talking in the background. Here it is. Numbers 23 and 19. Numbers 23 and 19. God is not a man that he should lie, neither the son of man that he should repent. Hath he said, and shall he not do it? Or hath he spoken, and shall he not make it good? Let me read that again. Numbers 23 and 19. The Most High is not a man that he should lie, neither the son of man that he should repent. Hath he said, and shall not hath he said, and shall not do it? And shall he not do it? Slovakia. Or hath he spoken, and shall he not make it good? All right. So the Most High is not one that he should lie. All right. So what he's speaking of, he's going to do it. All right. And what he said, he's going to do it. He's going to make his word good. All right. He's not one that he should lie. All right. He's not going to say, "Oh, I'm going to destroy Esau and tear up and I'm going to destroy Esau and deliver my elect," and then he's not going to do it. All right. That's not going to happen. All right. He's going to keep his word. He's a man of his word. All right. As it says, God is not a man. All right. Yahweh is not a man that he should lie, neither the son of man that he should repent. Hath he said, and shall he not do it? Or hath he spoken, and he shall not make it good? All right, so no, he's going to make it good. All right, more on Edom. All right, this is a situation that happened. All right, this is one of Ahmaud Arbery's killers fears being slain in a Georgia state prison. Court document says. Now, let's see if we can grab, because I wanted to grab the full article of what happened. All right, here it is. Okay. On February 23rd, 2020, Ahmaud Arbery, a 25-year-old so-called black man, was murdered during a racially motivated hate crime while jogging in Setia Shores, a neighborhood near Brunswick in Glenn County, Georgia. Erroneously, assuming he was a burglar. It's a black person. He must be a burglar. All right, and you look at these Edomites. They look like a fucking goddamn product of incest. All right, 3 white men pursued Arbery in their trucks for several minutes, using their vehicles to block his path as he tried to run away. Two of the men, Travis McMichael and his father, Gregory McMichael, were armed, and in one vehicle, their neighbor, William Roddy Bryan, was in another vehicle. After overtaking Arbery, Travis McMichael exited his truck and assaulted Arbery with a shotgun. As Arbery attempted to defend himself, Travis McMichael shot him 3 times, murdering him. Fucking cracker. Alright. Bryan recorded this, and it's a judgment on this dude's part. Alright, anyway, but still, this is fucking, these Edomites, and these guys are Edomites, there's no doubt about it. They are Edomites. Alright, and guess what, Esau? You can get rot in prison. Guess what? The Most High is going to tear your ass up when he gets back. Alright? After all this, guess what? You're going to die at the hands of a so-called black man, and it's going to be wonderful. It says Bryan recorded this confrontation and murder of Arbery on his cell phone. So he fucking recorded all this shit. These stupid ass fucking white people. I'm the so-called white. Oh, you're being racist. You're being racist. Shut the fuck up. All right. You don't know a damn thing about what having racism towards you, Esau. You don't even know what it is. You know how to do it, but you don't know what having it's like. You're gonna fucking act like you're the oppressed now. That's what these people really want to be, the oppressed now. All right. All right. So one of Ahmaud's Arbery's killers, the one that looked like he's had relationships with his sister. This one right here, fucking dorky ass looking son of a bitch. Look at him. Let me get a picture of him. This one right here. They all look like fucking. I don't want to say it, but they all look like some inbred hillbilly hicks. Guy looked like he was dropped on his head as a kid. God damn. Bunch of ugly sons of bitches. But, yeah. That guy a fucking goofy looking bastard. He looks like God. Anyway. This is the guy that they're speaking of. Alright. Orange incest baby. One of the men found guilty, speaking of him, murdering Ahmaud, fears being killed in state prison and wants to remain in federal custody for his safety, according to the court document filed by his attorney. The fucker killed a Jake, hunted him down, alright, killed him, and now he's afraid that he's going to be hunted out by Jake and kill him, and I hope he does. Alright, I hope he gets what coming to him. Alright? One of these, and that's all judgment. And if that happens, that's all judgment from the Most High. All right, the Most High might put the spirit of vengeance on somebody in that prison. All right, just kill him, all right, in a brutal way. All right. No matter of fact, no, I don't want that to happen. I want him to stay alive and have to deal with the terror when he sees the Most High coming back as a black man. That's what I want to see. All right. So I changed my point. All right, I want to see him just probably shit himself. All right, when he finds out that the Most High is a so-called black man, because he probably thinks that his god's probably Cesare Borgia, alright, the Borgia, alright, fears being killed in state because he's a pussy, alright, and wants to remain in federal custody for his safety according to the court document filed by his attorney, alright, and blah, 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 blah. We got, tells you what happened. He chased a so-called black person through the street, alright. We got, saying he's afraid. He said he's received threats that people are waiting for him and that he should not go into the yard. And the yard's where you go and work out, alright? So this guy, this guy might just not make it. Alright? His concern is that he will probably be killed upon his delivery to the state prison system. Yeah, he probably will be. Alright? But we'll see. We'll see. Will I have any remorse or sadness? Will any of us? No. Even other so-called white people won't. Alright? Supposedly, according to the comments that in the Reddit article where this was linked, alright? Oh, what a terrible guy, he deserves it. You know you like it deep down inside of you. Alright, so, Genesis 27:41. And Esau hated Jacob, alright? Esau being the so-called white man, alright? And Jacob being the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Alright? Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mournings for my father at hand, then will I slay my brother Jacob. Alright, this has been in his mind forever and ever. He's never forgot. Alright, he still wants to slay Jake. Alright, because he's salty. Alright, he's salty that he's salty that the Most High was working with us. Alright. Obadiah 1:10. for thy violence against thy brother Jacob. Shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. All right, you know how you brought us into a captivity, and you put us in slavery. All right, and you had us in yokes of iron. All right, and we're doing all sorts of wickedness towards us. All right, guess what? You're gonna have to pay that back in the kingdom, and we're gonna do the same thing. But guess what? It's not gonna be wickedness. It's gonna be righteousness. All right, because it's judgment well served. All right, we're not gonna be doing the sick things that you used to do. All right, such as sodomizing the men. All right, we're not gonna be doing it. That's wicked. That's disgusting. All right, abominable. All right, the wickedness that you did to us, all right, is gonna be repaid in the form of righteousness on our hands. All right, we're righteously gonna be doing it to you. All right, and you're gonna have to go into captivity. All right, this is once again, I'm gonna grab that too. Obadiah 1:10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. All right, so you're gonna be cut off. All right, and let's see. I shall give thee heathen for thine in. There it is. Psalms 2 and 8. All right. I will declare the decree. The Most High has said to me, Thou art my son. This day I have begotten thee. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the utmost parts of the earth for thy possession. All right, so not only is the earth going to belong to us, all right, we're going to have the heathen as our inheritance. All right, now, heathen, not just Esau, Edom, no, the heathen, as in other heathen nations. If you aren't so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American, you don't go back to the house of Israel, all right, such as these so-called, not these so-called, but I'm just going to say Moabites, all right, Ammonites, Hamites, Ishmaelites, all right, Edomites, Amalekites, all right. It's all heathens, all right? All heathens, all right, shall be given for thine inheritance, all right? Actually. Oh, here it is. Here it is in the next verse. Should have been paying attention. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel, all right? So, yeah, these people are going to get beat upon. All right, now Esau, after their 1,000 years, because this is going on for 1,000 years, after Esau's 1,000 years is up, they disappear, they vanish, they're gone. All right, wiped, smithereens. All right, turned into, I'm not going to even say dust, because you can find where dust used to be. These people are going to be gone. All right, now the other heathen nations, they're gonna go back to their dwelling places. All right, and we're going to be ruling over them. All right, but not necessarily. Won't be captive. All right, slaves. All right. So, continuing on. John 8:44. I'm grabbing this for the first part. All right. And we know, because not all, white people are bad. We already know. All right. All we need to know. We know that biblically reincarnation is a thing. All right, and that you come out back every fourth to fifth generation. All right, third to fifth, somewhere in between there. All right. Generation. All right. So, whoever you were third, fourth generations ago, all right, was you. All right. So, if you 3 or 4 generations, or 3 to 5 generations ago, all right, you were bashing so-called black people over the head, all right, and hanging them and lynching them. Guess what? That's you back in the flesh. You're back in the flesh. All right, just a different body. All right, with a different name, but that's still you. You're the same spirit. All right. So no, you are the same people. That's why this is mentioned. You are of your father the devil. All right, John 8:44, ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and that's what you Edomites are. You're murderers, all right, and abode not in the truth. And of course not, you never had any part in the truth, because there's no truth in him, all right, Esau, there's no truth in you. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it, all right, so we know they're murderers and liars, all right, and Esau, you're pissed because you're being revealed. All right, and you're gonna say, no, you're incorrect, vocab. You're incorrectly, breaking down the Bible. That's not how it is. No, you can be grafted in. You can be grafted in. You can be grafted in again, even though I'm not gonna listen to what the word again means. All right, what does again mean? You damn idiot. All right, anyway, I'm not gonna go off on a tangent on him. All right, because he's just an idiot. All right, and a liar. All right. But yeah, vocab, man, you're old news. All right. Second Maccabees 7:31. And thou that hast been the author of all mischief against the Hebrews, who has that been? Esau, Edom, shall not escape the hands of the Most High. You're not gonna be able to escape. We got this big bunker, and we're gonna hide away, and you'll never be able to get us. All right, we're actually getting in on that. All right, they're not going to be able to escape. You think you're going to be able to escape? You're going to have these missiles and these missile interceptions and these bunkers, all right, and all these weapons. And well, when it comes down, we're going to shoot at them and we're going to win. And then guess what? Our whole new world order is going to go through. We're going to have everybody. How do I want to say it? C-hipped. We're going to have everybody C-hipped. All right. And everyone's just going to be happy. It's going to be wonderful. And we'll be in rulership and we won't have any opposition. Not how it's going to work. Not how it's going to work at all. If you think that's how it's going to work, Esau, you are sorely mistaken. That's a dumbass plan. All right? Because you think you're going to be able to... The Most High that created this world... Have you ever created a world, Esau? You ever created a world? No, you haven't. So you think you're going to be able to go up against a whole person that has created worlds, planets, all right, life? You think you're going to go up against that? That is pride. That is pride and that is haughtiness. That you think that, and you're sorely mistaken because you're going to be. I'd say you're going to have the ground's going to be, your ass is going to be wiped, out. All right, you're going to wipe the floor with you, but that's an understatement. All right, this is going to be a destruction worse than any other destruction that's ever been. All right, you have no idea. All right, what you've gotten yourself into, Esau. You're really, because you're idiot. You're stupid. All right, you always have been. You're a base man. You're dumb. All right, you're really not smart. You masquerade at and create these lies to make you seem like you're smart, but really at the end of it, all right, when you look down through the lies, all right, and you're looking through the keyhole on the other side, you're just a fucking idiot. You're just a moron. All right, that's parading around like you're someone intelligent. All right, and the Most High is gonna wipe the ground with your ass. I don't have a better term for it. All right, destroy, utterly destroy. All right, rip, tear. All right, just grind you into a pulp. All right. It's going to be a terrible, terrible, terrible judgment for you, Esau. All right, and it's just got to come. All right, because you're wicked. All right, because why? Because and now that has been the author of all the mischief against the Hebrews shall not escape the hands of the Most High. All right, and that's you. All right, you've tormented and rap ed. All right, our women and our men. All right, casted us into captivity. All right, and tortured us and fed our children to babies and stomped on our necks and hung us and lynched us and shot us. All right, and incorrectly put us in prisons. And I could be here all day. All right, naming things that you've bombed anytime, bombed Black Wall Street anytime Jake Man has made it ever even remotely successful. They disappear. Something happens. They die. All right, they get a virus. All right, you give them something. All right. So no, you're the author of all mischief against the Hebrews, Esau. That's who you are. All right. And actually, I'm gonna grab. Let's see. Of course. See, this is why. This is why I don't like using the search on here, because I guarantee if I went here, so that's better. Yeah. Luckily, it's in my history. Now, they don't want you to find no scriptures. They don't want you to find nothing on these sites. These are all ran by Esau Edom anyway. That's why they try to hide stuff. Certain things you won't find. All right, we're going to grab that. We're not going to get it now, but I wanted to end off with that. All right, and this is Numbers 35 and 33. All right. It says, so ye shall not pollute the land where ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. All right, and who is shedding all this blood? Esau Edom. So the land has to be cleansed by the blood of who? Esau Edom. All right, So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are. For blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. It's straightforward. If you can't get that, I don't know what to tell you. Alright? It cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. And the one that shed it is Esau Edom. Alright? So the land has to be cleansed with his blood. Alright? Which is coming. It's which is happening. Get them. They're saying they're going to attack. We're not doing anything. Alright? The Most High is going to do it all. We don't have to do anything. The Most High is taking care of it. Now, you look at doomsday preppers, and we were talking about, because these people think that they're going to, did we grab, alright, yeah, we'll grab this. Alright, and this is going in, because Esau thinks that they're the Most High, that they're going to be able to, and I touched on this because, they're going to be wiped out. But they don't think that they're going to be wiped out. Alright, that's why you have these doomsday prepper people, alright? We have plenty of scriptures on this. Let's grab one real quick. This is, Psalms 49:11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names, like Amerigo Vespucci. Alright, what does that sound like? It sounds like America, doesn't it? Alright, let's grab another one. Can any hide him, Jeremiah 23 and 24, can any hide himself in secret places that I shall not see him, saith the Lord? Do not I fill heaven and earth, saith the Lord? You think you're going to hide from him? Because these Edomites, they're going to try to hide and go in rocks and bunkers and deep underground and submarines and all these other things. And guess what? A submarine underwater, those nukes go off. You're going to basically be in a big boiling pot of water. All right? Yeah, you're going to heat up. All right? But if you look at these doomsday preppers, all right, with a few exceptions, there will be few exceptions, but I just want, what color? And like I said, it's not always a defining term, but just like you see a lot of Jake are dark skin, or not dark skin, but have brown skin. A lot of Edomites are so-called white people. All right, the majority, all right, but it's not always the case. It's a majority, but not always the case. You can't always use skin color as a defining factor, but for some things you can. But again, these people, all right, you said you can go off the spirit. These people, come on now. These people have faith in the Most High. These people, we know who they are. Look at them. Fucking look at them. What color are you seeing? What does this look like? It's fucking Esau Edom. Scared as shit. And all you're gonna see is Esau Edom. Alright? There's Jake that do it too. There are Jake that do this too. Alright? And it doesn't make it any less ridiculous. Alright? Matter of fact, it makes it more ridiculous. See, speaking of it, this guy might be an Edomite though too. You never know. I'd have to watch him. He could be an Edomite for all I know. I wouldn't be surprised if he was an Edomite. He's dressed just like one. Probably holds himself just like one. Brother, we need guns. We're gonna protect ourselves from an invasion. It's happening. I'm like, okay, yeah, this dude ain't right. So you got some Jake. Some Jake gonna do it. Alright, it's okay to have a little bit, but yeah, there you go. There's Esau Edom the flag. Well, how do you know they're not Jake? Because look at them. Look at them. Well, you said you can't go off a skin. Look at what they're wearing. Look at how they're acting. Look how they're holding themselves. They got the vests on. They got the guns. And that's Esau's blessing. Alright, so yeah, you can tell. Look at these people. Saying Maine. God damn, he's red as hell. Look at that. You're seeing a majority of one demographic here, as you can see. Alright, so another one we want to touch on is these billionaires. Alright, these billionaires, they know something's going on, alright? Why is that? Because you're starting to see things like this. Billionaire bunker owners are preparing for the ultimate underground escape, and this was in 2020. Alright, so they were preparing ahead of time. Alright, so it says, they are among the most famous names in the world, from tech billionaires to celebrities to doctors and lawyers and countless corporate titans. You got these elites, alright, and these other people. All of them have one thing in common. Outrageous underground bunkers. Why is that? With luxury amenities including swimming pools, bowling alleys, and gun ranges, because they think they're going to be able to survive. No, not my riches. I want my riches. When the Most High comes back, I'm going to hide in a little bunker, and I'll be able to stay rich with all my things. All right, now it's saying this was for the CV. All right, but we're not going to read the whole article. All right, you got it's told you. Well, you have to read the whole article. You have to read the whole article. What if it's saying something different? It says billionaire bunker owners. All right, it's telling you who has these things. All right, now we're going to look at pictures of them. All right, bowling alleys, a big TV. All right, gym, these things, cars for what the fuck ever. What, you're going to drive a car underground? This situation, these things, big old pool. I don't know if these are, some of these look like concept arts. Just kind of look like shit, but whatever. Huge things like this. All right. What's this? Brunch from Steve Buffett's. Okay. I don't know. All right. We're gonna have to touch on this a little bit. This is 5 minutes. I don't know if I'm gonna play the whole thing, but we'll watch a little bit.
Forget about Area 51 and Fort Knox. What you see before you is the doomsday bunker that eclipses all others. Ladies and gentlemen, today we've been granted exclusive access into the Vivos top secret hideout, a shelter halfway between Munich and Berlin, widely considered to be the most impressive and most impenetrable underground shelter on Earth. Behind this intimidating fence sits the Vivos 5-star survival complex, a Soviet-built shelter only accessible by billionaires. But even if your wallet's bursting at the seam, you still need to be invited. Thankfully, we've got our invitation letter.
He got his invitation letter to go view it, but you ain't getting invited to be in that. All right, that's gonna be for the elite.
Right here. Are we ready to venture deep into the Rothstein Mountains and explore the bunker? Let's do it. As we pass by the first security checkpoint, take a mental note of that helipad.
Security checkpoints are not, no one's gonna be able to get in there. All right, the Most High is gonna be able to get in there. All right, and his 144,000, but the Edomites that are gonna be running, trying to scavenge and get into that places, nah, man, you ain't getting in there and have that locked down, all right? Because you can have Rothschilds, Rockefellers, all sorts of stuff like that in these. Well, maybe lesser elites. They probably have the Rothschilds probably have their own Rothschild family bunker, all right?
That's the arrival point for the affluent guests. They typically land their private jets at nearby airports before being privately escorted here by Vivos helicopters. Let's head inside. Bear with us, it'll take a while. Because we first have to pass through 3 fortified apocalypse-proof doors. Here's the first of them, the outer security door. This multi-foot thick piece of steel and concrete ensures that nobody gets in or out without the right credentials. Thankfully, ours is right here. Here's the second door, a 40-ton hydraulic truck access entrance designed to withstand, well, anything. These steel rods encroach from the door into the bedrock, so if you want to break down the door, you have to break down the mountain. Finally, here's door number 3, another massive steel structure that provides an airtight seal. All combined, the hardened entrance...
Why would you have that much... many doors and that hard if you weren't scared? Because a regular person wouldn't be able to get to that. These people are terrified. This sounds like something that you think a little bit more than a regular human being is going to try to get to. Almost like you're trying to stop the Most High from getting in. That's not going to happen.
Way is safe.
Because you wouldn't need that much security to stop one person from getting in. All right, you just need one big super strong steel gate. No one's going to be able to blow anything in. Explosives? What? Who are you scared of, E?
From close-range nuclear blasts, earthquakes, tsunamis, biological and chemical agents, rockets, and even electromagnetic pulses. These entrance corridors were deliberately constructed large enough to allow cars, trucks, and construction equipment to enter the 76-acre complex. Just to put the shelter size in perspective, it's about 70% as big as Vatican City, and double that of the Pentagon. What you see before you, folks, is a long, narrow, currently empty private shelter. When someone purchases the space, they hire their own architect and contractor, becoming their very own customized 2,500 square foot living quarters. 5,000 if they install a second level. Next door, it looks like a billionaire has already moved in. Follow me. We enter into the lounge area, TV on the wall, comfy couches, and a desk. As we move down the elongated hallway, there's a dining area, a modern kitchen, stocked bar, and bathroom number 1. Typical of the luxury in these storage units, here's a private cinema and pool table. plus another cozy living area. At the far end of the shelter are 3 bedrooms, another bathroom, and the extravagant master bedroom, complete with ensuite. But that's not all. Ready to head upstairs? Up here, we've got 5 more bedrooms, 3 more bathrooms, and yet another living space with an $1,800 4K flat screen TV. While we have a gander, here's a little more information. Each of the 34 housing shelters will be different. Living quarters can be customized before you move in. Some wealthy guests opt to include art galleries, spas, gyms, or dedicated games rooms. How much do these places cost? Estimations are at a whopping $3 to $5 million. However, as it says here, you need to contact Vivos to negotiate the exact figure, depending on your specifications. Each family will pay a base amount for their area, plus their fair share of the ongoing upkeep and staffing costs. What does that cash get us? Power lines, plumbing, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning.
What if those power lines up above go out? Then what? Now you're in a big dark hole where you can't see anything.
Wi-Fi, phone
Unless you have some generator, but generators don't just run off of air. Alright, you have to have gasoline for that.
lines, and closed-circuit systems. Even though we're submerged under thousands of tons of bedrock, it's designed to feel like normal living. In fact, not just normal, but extremely luxurious. Let's hop in the car and explore some of the universal amenities spread throughout the complex. We could walk, of course, but since these passageways are built for vehicles to move through, why not save time and drive? Behind that door is the art gallery. Over there is one of many restaurants. That's the hospital wing, the TV and radio station. There's the beloved brew pub, and the hair salon. Here, ladies and gents, is a crowd favorite, the heated pool, which offers spectacular views of the mountains. This room alone cost in the ballpark of $350,000 to construct. Seatbelts on? Let's keep moving. Notice those piping systems overhead? They're massive NBC air filtration systems which keep the oxygen flowing, a crucial feature considering that the complex is entirely indoors, submerged within bedrock. We're heading to the control room, but keep an eye out for more common spaces along the way. Oh, see that tunnel? It leads to the storage vaults where billionaires from near and far store their priceless art, jewelry, car collections, really anything that they want protected. Fantastic, here's the control room, the lifeblood of the entire Vivos Europa 1 complex. It's crucial that these remain heavily protected at the heart of the survival bunker, so that the facility remains functional and autonomous if destruction runs rampant in the outside world. We've got 3 enormous diesel electricity generators here, each worth thousands of dollars, a switchboard on this wall,
Diesel, so what happens when you run out, you know?
and the climate and ventilation system against the opposite one. Now that you've seen all the systems and toured the entire facility, take a guess how much this complex is worth. Higher! Higher! Pretty close. The original cost of the complex was estimated at over 200 million euros. Taking into account the renovations and upgrades, it now boasts a replacement value of approximately 1 billion euros. Where should we tour next? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe.
So that's, these people think they're gonna be able to chill in these things and just be safe. All right, they think they got a foolproof. Let's see what people say. Huh. Look at that. Yep. I should have just posted the whole scripture, but yeah. Who tries to save his life will lose it, but who loses his life for my sake will find it. We're going to grab that. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, but whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. Alright? I don't know who this dude is. Moses Manaka. Doesn't have anything. He's probably heard a little bit about the Hebrew Israelites, I'm sure. Alright?
Forget about Area 51.
So yeah. This is Jeremiah 49:10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. All right. Yeah. So there it is. All right. He's the Most High has made Esau bare. All right, and uncovered his secret places. You're not going to be able to hide Esau. I don't know. You got this pride complex on you, where you think you're going to be able to get away. All right, and that's not the case. Jeremiah. We read this before, but we're going to read it again. Jeremiah 23 and 24. Can any hide himself in secret places that I shall not see him? Saith the Lord. Do not I fill heaven and earth? Saith the Lord. All right. So yeah, the most High made everything. All right, and covers everything and knows everything and sees everything. You're going to hide from him? That's like I said. You're just dumb as hell. You really don't. You don't think. All right, you don't think, and if you think it's all, and I can't even. It's all the Most High that's clouding your judgment anyway. All right, so really you're just a puppet. All right, you're just being tormented. All right, you're tormenting yourself. You think, I don't know. It's just, man. These people got another thing coming. They think they're. It's just bold of them to assume that they're going to be able to get away. All right, Psalms 52 and 5 through 7. And the Most High shall likewise destroy thee forever. And he shall take thee away, and pluck thee out of thy dwelling place, and root thee out of the land of the living, Selah. The righteous also shall see, and the righteous being the elect, all right, the nation of Israel. The righteous also shall see and fear, and shall laugh at him. You're going to be laughed at. They're all going to laugh at you. All right, that Adam Sandler, he's an Amalekite, but some of his stuff used to be funny. All right, and that album, they're all going to laugh at you. Alright, it says, Lo, this is the man that made not the Most High his strength, but trust in the abundance of his riches, and strengthen himself in his wickedness. Alright, the righteous also shall see and fear, and shall laugh at him. Alright, so you're going to be laughed at. You're going to be a mockery, Alright, when you got that snot and that tears running down your face, you're going to be being laughed at. You're going to be being laughed at. Alright, that's evil, you're wicked. No, nope. The people that are going to be saying that are going to be righteous. Alright, that's why it says the righteous. Alright, well, that's evil. Yeah, you don't know anything about righteousness, Psalms 49:11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall dwell forever and ever. Let me read that again. Psalms 49:11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. Look it up. Alright, Amerigo Vespucci. Look up Africanus, I think it was. Alright. Was it John? I'm not sure. It was Scipio Africanus. Alright, and they're going to paint him as being a so-called black person sometimes, but here's this. Alright. We got, here it is, Job 18:17 through 18:20. His remembrance, whose remembrance? Esau, Edom. His remembrance shall perish from the earth, and he shall have no name in the street. He's not going to be, hey, remember Esau? Remember when Esau did that? Nuh-uh. You're not even to be spoken of. He shall be driven from light into darkness, and chased out of the world, all right, because you're portraying yourself in this light manner, all right, this holy manner, all right. You associate your name with light, all right, and our name with darkness, all right. But guess what? You're going to be driven from light into darkness, because you're really the dark ones, all right. We're really the light ones, and chased out of the world. He shall neither have a son nor nephew among his people, nor any remaining in his dwellings. And then, my brother Jim, he's still sitting over there. He made it. He's going to find out a way to continue the Esau lineage. Not going to happen. All right. 20. That they that come after him shall be astonished at his day, and they that went before were affrighted. All right. So what's it say? Where's it at? His remembrance shall perish, and he shall have no name in the street. All right. So Esau, you're not wiggling your way out of this one. All right. Isaiah 34 and 5, 34 and 8. Verse 5, from my sword, and speaking the Most High, all right, it should be, never mind. All right, for my sword, all right, speaking of the Most High, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. And this is he's not actually going to come down with a sword in his hand. He's going to use the sword as a term for destruction or death. All right, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea. If you look up Idumea, all right. Well, he didn't say Edom or Esau. He said Idumea. Edom. Boom. Gotcha. All right. In case that need to be said. And upon the people of my curse to judgment. For the sword of the Most High is filled with blood. It is made fat with the fatness and the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For the Most High hath a sacrifice in Bozrah and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. And the unicorn shall come down with them, and the bullocks with the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness. Verse 8. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance. All right, it is the day of the Most High's vengeance, and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion. So Esau, you're not going to be able to continue to stay and rule, or sneak your way out, or hide your way out, or any of these things. All right, it's done. It's done. You're done. All right, it's over. All right, it's game over. All right, and we know you're going to come down upon us hard. All right, let's grab that real quick before we grab the last one. All right, we know this is going to happen. All right, because we know you're getting revealed and you're getting mad about it and you're getting brought out and you're going to see what happens. So what's going to happen? Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil, Esau, Edom, has come down upon you for having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. All right, so he knows that he doesn't have that much time left. All right, so he's going to come at you harder than ever, Jake. All right, and Jacob's trouble is going to be a thing. All right, and it's going to be terrible. All right, but if, the Lord, all right, it's going to get our people through it. Some of us will have to be martyred, but as soon as that happens, you're going to be up in those chariots. All right, another's going to make it. All right, might not get martyred. All right, but his elect is going to survive. All right, through Jacob's trouble, the elect will survive. All right, but this all goes back to what has to happen. All right. 2nd Esdras 6:9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that falleth. All right, because after Esau goes down and his kingdom's up in flames, all right, where a new kingdom's going to be established. All right, well, that's what we're looking for. We look for a new kingdom wherein dwelleth righteousness. All right, and that's what we're looking for, and that's what's going to come. All right, with Yahweh Hashem Yahushai's kingdom. All right, in the Lord's kingdom, it's going to be righteousness, all right, and Esau is going to be on the bottom, and Jake's going to be on the top, all right, and all these Jacob's going to be on the top, all right, and Esau and all the other nations are going to be on the bottom, all right, and that's just the way it's going to be. 2nd Esdras 6:9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that falleth, all right. So Esau, your kingdom's being stripped away, and and Jacob's going to inherit the world, all right. And Jacob's going to rule righteously, all right, from Yahweh and Yahushai on down, all right, King David, all right, 144,000, the elect, all right, and that's how it's going to be, all right. There's no way out of it. You can't wiggle your way out of it. You can't, create any devices that's going to get you out of this, all right. You're not going to be able to stop the nukes from coming. You're not going to be able to stop the Most High from coming and destroying you. It's done. It's written. The script's written, and the script can't be changed now. All right. So with that, I'm going to close out. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim HaKakwadash. I want to give double honors to elders and apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this truth and rule well. I want to say shalom to you brothers and sisters out there. Keep it and keep the faith. We're almost out of here. Again, I want to clarify, actually. Just wanted to clarify, it came in my mind. Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai stands for, means Yahweh is the true name of the Father that is ignorantly called God, all right, and Yahushai is the true name of the Son that is ignorantly called Jesus Christ, all right, and we say Bahashim, that means in the name of, so you're saying the Father in the name of the Son, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, all right, and that is how you're supposed to call on him correctly. His name is not Jesus Christ, his name is not God, all right, it is Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, all right, so I wanted to clarify on that. So with that, I'm going to close out. Until the next one, Lord willing, Shalom.